In the vast realm of ancient philosophy, few figures loom as large as Epictetus, a beacon of Stoic wisdom whose teachings continue to illuminate the path to inner peace and fulfillment centuries after his time. Born into slavery in Hierapolis, Phrygia, around 55 AD, Epictetus transcended his humble origins to become one of the most revered Stoic philosophers of his era. Through his enduring legacy of wisdom and insight, Epictetus offers us a timeless guide for navigating the complexities of existence with grace, resilience, and unwavering equanimity. In this episode, we delve into 15 secret rules for a better life inspired by the profound teachings of Epictetus. Each rule serves as a beacon of light, illuminating the path towards a life of virtue, resilience, and inner peace. From cultivating inner freedom and embracing adversity to living with integrity and authenticity, these rules offer practical guidance for living a life of purpose and meaning in accordance with the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Join us on a journey of self-discovery and transformation as we uncover the hidden gems of Epictetus's teachings and explore their profound impact on our ability to overcome adversity, cultivate resilience, and thrive amidst life's uncertainties. Through the wisdom of Epictetus, may we find the courage to embrace each moment with clarity, purpose, and unwavering resolve, forging a path towards a better life and a brighter future. Chapter 1. Recognize what is within your control. At the heart of Epictetus's teachings lies a foundational principle, understanding what is within our control. He emphasized that while we cannot dictate external events or the actions of others, we retain absolute authority over our thoughts, attitudes, and responses to the world. This seemingly simple notion carries profound implications for our daily lives. By recognizing our sphere of influence, we liberate ourselves from the futile pursuit of trying to manipulate circumstances beyond our reach. Instead, we focus our attention on cultivating inner resilience, wisdom, and virtue, the qualities that enable us to navigate adversity with grace and equanimity. In the words of Epictetus, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. This sage advice underscores the importance of discerning between what we can change and what we must accept. By embracing this principle, we empower ourselves to let go of the unnecessary burdens of worry and frustration. Instead, we channel our energy towards fostering a sense of inner peace and empowerment. We learn to accept life's uncertainties with grace and humility, recognizing that true freedom lies in mastering our own reactions rather than attempting to manipulate external circumstances. Through the practice of recognizing what is within our control, we cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and agency. We become architects of our own destiny, charting a course towards a life of greater fulfillment and authenticity. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and strive to discern what lies within our control. By embracing this fundamental principle, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and resilience. Chapter 2. Acceptance of external events. Building upon the foundation of recognizing what is within our control, Epictetus teaches us the importance of accepting external events with equanimity. He urges us to embrace a mindset of acceptance, understanding that while we may influence our internal reactions, we cannot alter the natural course of events in the world. In the Stoic philosophy, acceptance does not signify resignation or passivity. Rather, it is an act of profound wisdom and strength, an acknowledgement of the inherent impermanence and unpredictability of life. By embracing acceptance, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and composure. Epictetus reminds us that it is not events themselves that cause us distress, but our judgments and interpretations of those events. He encourages us to adopt a mindset of detachment, viewing external circumstances with impartiality and objectivity. In doing so, we free ourselves from the grip of emotional turmoil and find serenity amidst life's uncertainties. One of Epictetus's most famous teachings is captured in his statement, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This timeless wisdom underscores the importance of cultivating a mindset of acceptance and resilience in the face of adversity. Through the practice of acceptance, we learn to let go of resistance and embrace life's unfolding with open-heartedness and courage. We recognize that while we may not always control the events that occur, we always retain agency over our internal responses. In the journey ahead, let us heed the teachings of Epictetus and embrace acceptance as a guiding principle in our lives. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance, we unlock the door to greater peace, resilience, and inner freedom. Chapter 3: Cultivating Inner Resilience. Epictetus, the Stoic sage, understood the paramount importance of cultivating inner resilience in the face of life's challenges. He taught that true strength lies not in avoiding adversity, but in developing the fortitude to withstand it with grace and courage. Central to Epictetus's teachings on resilience is the concept of endurance, the ability to endure hardship without succumbing to despair or defeat. He emphasized the importance of cultivating a steadfast inner resolve, rooted in virtue and wisdom, that enables us to navigate life's trials with equanimity and dignity. In the Stoic tradition, resilience is not simply a matter of enduring suffering stoically, but of transforming adversity into an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Epictetus teaches us to view challenges as a means of strengthening our character and deepening our understanding of ourselves and the world. One of Epictetus's most enduring lessons is encapsulated in his famous maxim, "Endure and renounce." This succinct phrase captures the essence of Stoic resilience, the willingness to endure hardship while simultaneously relinquishing attachment to external outcomes. Through the practice of cultivating inner resilience, we learn to cultivate a mindset of unwavering determination and courage. We recognize that while we may face setbacks and obstacles along the way, our capacity to endure and persevere ultimately determines our success and fulfillment in life. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and strive to cultivate inner resilience in our own lives. By developing the strength to withstand life's challenges with grace and courage, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 4: Virtue as the Highest Good. Epictetus, echoing the teachings of Stoic philosophy, expounds on the concept of virtue as the highest good. He posits that true happiness and fulfillment can only be attained through the cultivation of moral excellence and the pursuit of virtuous living. For Epictetus, virtue encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, qualities that define the noblest aspirations of human nature. He teaches that while external goods such as wealth, fame, and power may be desirable, they pale in comparison to the intrinsic value of moral integrity and ethical conduct. In the pursuit of virtue, Epictetus urges us to prioritize the development of our character above all else. He emphasizes the importance of cultivating inner qualities that are within our control, rather than chasing after fleeting external rewards that are subject to the whims of fate. One of Epictetus's most profound insights is encapsulated in his declaration, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." This admonition underscores the importance of self-awareness and self-knowledge in the cultivation of virtue. By understanding our strengths and weaknesses, we can strive to embody the highest ideals of moral excellence in our thoughts, words, and actions. Through the practice of virtue, we align ourselves with the inherent order of the universe and cultivate a sense of harmony and balance within ourselves. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of fleeting pleasures, but from the cultivation of inner peace and moral integrity. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and strive to live a life of virtue and excellence. By embracing the highest ideals of moral conduct and ethical living, we unlock the door to a life of greater meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 5: Embracing the Impermanence of Life. Epictetus, drawing from the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, imparts timeless wisdom on the inevitability of change and the impermanence of all things. He teaches us to embrace the transient nature of existence with wisdom and acceptance, recognizing that everything in life is subject to flux and transformation. Central to Epictetus's teachings on impermanence is the Stoic concept of pantarrhi, meaning everything flows. He encourages us to cultivate a mindset of fluidity and adaptability, understanding that change is an inherent aspect of the human experience. By embracing impermanence, we free ourselves from attachment to fixed outcomes and find peace amidst life's uncertainties. Epictetus reminds us that the only constant in life is change itself. He encourages us to let go of our attachment to the past and the future, and instead focus on living fully in the present moment. By embracing the here and now, we can find solace in the beauty of the present moment and cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude and appreciation for life's fleeting moments. One of Epictetus's most poignant teachings is encapsulated in his statement, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, then your life will flow well." This admonition underscores the importance of surrendering to the natural order of the universe and finding contentment in the unfolding of life's events. Through the practice of embracing impermanence, we learn to let go of our attachment to control and find freedom in surrendering to the ebb and flow of life. We recognize that while change may be inevitable, our capacity to adapt and grow in the face of adversity is what ultimately leads to resilience and inner peace. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the impermanence of life with open hearts and minds. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance and surrender, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, joy, and fulfillment, regardless of the ever-changing circumstances that surround us. Chapter 6: Practicing Self-Renunciation. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, extols the virtue of self-renunciation as a pathway to inner freedom and liberation from worldly attachments. He teaches us to cultivate a mindset of detachment from external possessions and desires, recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment arise from within, rather than from the pursuit of material wealth or fleeting pleasures. Central to Epictetus's teachings on self-renunciation is the Stoic principle of apatheia, or freedom from unhealthy attachments and desires. He encourages us to let go of our attachment to material possessions, status, and external validations, and instead focus on cultivating inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, and integrity. Epictetus reminds us that the pursuit of external possessions and desires often leads to suffering and discontentment. He encourages us to seek fulfillment in the pursuit of moral excellence and the cultivation of inner peace, rather than in the accumulation of wealth or status symbols. One of Epictetus's most profound teachings is encapsulated in his declaration, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. This admonition underscores the importance of letting go of our attachment to external outcomes and finding freedom in embracing the present moment. Through the practice of self-renunciation, we learn to release our attachment to fleeting pleasures and find contentment in the simple joys of life. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of external possessions, but from the cultivation of inner virtues and the pursuit of a life aligned with our highest ideals and values. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the practice of self-renunciation as a pathway to inner freedom and fulfillment. By letting go of our attachment to external possessions and desires, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, contentment, and authenticity. Chapter 7: Embracing the Discipline of Desire. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, emphasizes the importance of disciplining our desires as a means of attaining inner tranquility and freedom from emotional turmoil. He teaches us to cultivate a mindset of moderation and self-control, recognizing that excessive attachment to desires leads to suffering and discontentment. Central to Epictetus's teachings on desire is the Stoic principle of apatheia, or freedom from unhealthy passions and cravings. He encourages us to examine our desires with discernment and to distinguish between those that align with our highest values and those that lead us astray. Epictetus reminds us that desires are often driven by external influences and societal expectations, rather than by our true needs and aspirations. He encourages us to cultivate a sense of inner autonomy and self-mastery, so that we may live in accordance with our own values and principles. One of Epictetus's most profound teachings is encapsulated in his declaration, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This admonition underscores the importance of aligning our actions with our highest aspirations and values, rather than being swayed by the transient desires of the moment. Through the practice of disciplining our desires, we learn to cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the fulfillment of every passing whim, but from the cultivation of inner virtues and the pursuit of a life aligned with our deepest values and aspirations. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the discipline of desire as a pathway to inner freedom and fulfillment. By cultivating moderation and self-control, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, contentment, and authenticity. Chapter 8: The Power of Perception. Epictetus, drawing from the essence of Stoic philosophy, illuminates the profound influence of perception on our experience of life. He teaches us that it is not external events themselves, but rather our interpretations and judgments of those events that shape our reality. Central to Epictetus's teachings on perception is the Stoic concept of prosouche, or mindfulness. He encourages us to cultivate awareness of our thoughts and perceptions, recognizing that our inner dialogue profoundly influences our emotional state and behavior. Epictetus reminds us that we have the power to choose how we perceive and interpret the events of our lives. He encourages us to adopt a mindset of resilience and equanimity, even in the face of adversity, by reframing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. One of Epictetus's most enduring lessons is encapsulated in his declaration, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." This profound insight underscores the importance of cultivating a mindset of optimism and resilience, even in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Through the practice of mindful perception, we learn to cultivate a sense of inner peace and serenity. We recognize that true happiness arises not from external circumstances, but from the way in which we perceive and respond to those circumstances. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the power of perception as a pathway to inner freedom and fulfillment. By cultivating mindfulness and resilience, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, contentment, and authenticity. Chapter 9: The Practice of Gratitude. Epictetus, in his profound wisdom, extols the virtues of practicing gratitude as a transformative tool for cultivating inner peace and contentment. He teaches us that true happiness arises not from the accumulation of external possessions or achievements, but from the cultivation of gratitude for the blessings that abound in our lives. Central to Epictetus's teachings on gratitude is the recognition that even in the midst of adversity, there is always something to be thankful for. He encourages us to cultivate a mindset of appreciation for the simple joys and blessings that surround us each day, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Epictetus reminds us that gratitude is not merely a passive feeling, but an active practice, a conscious choice to focus our attention on the abundance rather than the lack in our lives. He encourages us to cultivate a sense of awe and wonder for the beauty of the natural world, the kindness of others, and the gift of life itself. One of Epictetus's most profound teachings is encapsulated in his declaration, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This admonition underscores the importance of shifting our perspective from what we lack to what we have, and finding joy and fulfillment in the present moment. Through the practice of gratitude, we learn to cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of external possessions or achievements, but from the cultivation of a grateful heart and a spirit of appreciation for the blessings that abound in our lives. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the practice of gratitude as a pathway to inner freedom and fulfillment. By cultivating a mindset of appreciation and thankfulness, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, contentment, and authenticity. Chapter 10. Embracing Adversity as a Teacher. Epictetus, drawing from the essence of Stoic philosophy, imparts timeless wisdom on the transformative power of adversity. He teaches us to embrace challenges not as obstacles to be avoided, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-discovery. Central to Epictetus's teachings on adversity is the recognition that it is not external events themselves that cause us distress, but rather our judgments and interpretations of those events. He encourages us to cultivate a mindset of resilience and equanimity, recognizing that even in the face of adversity, we possess the inner strength and wisdom to persevere. Epictetus reminds us that adversity is a natural part of the human experience, a teacher that provides us with valuable lessons and insights. He encourages us to view challenges as opportunities to develop our character, strengthen our resolve, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. One of Epictetus's most enduring lessons is encapsulated in his declaration, "Difficulties are things that show what men are." This profound insight underscores the importance of embracing adversity as a catalyst for personal growth and transformation. Through the practice of embracing adversity as a teacher, we learn to cultivate a sense of inner resilience and fortitude. We recognize that true strength arises not from the absence of challenges, but from our ability to face them with courage, grace, and unwavering determination. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace adversity as a teacher and a guide. By cultivating a mindset of resilience and equanimity, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment, regardless of the challenges that may come our way. Chapter 11. Living in Accordance with Nature. Epictetus, echoing the core principles of Stoic philosophy, imparts wisdom on the importance of living in accordance with nature. He teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment arise from aligning our thoughts, actions, and values with the natural order of the universe. Central to Epictetus's teachings on living in accordance with nature is the recognition that we are an integral part of the interconnected web of life. He encourages us to cultivate a sense of harmony and balance with the world around us, recognizing that we are not separate from nature, but deeply interconnected with all living beings. Epictetus reminds us that living in accordance with nature requires us to embrace our inherent qualities and virtues as human beings. He encourages us to cultivate qualities such as wisdom, courage, and compassion, recognizing that these virtues are essential for leading a life of meaning and purpose. One of Epictetus's most profound teachings is encapsulated in his declaration, "Nature hath given men one tongue, but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak." This admonition underscores the importance of listening to the wisdom of others and learning from the world around us. Through the practice of living in accordance with nature, we learn to cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of external possessions or achievements, but from aligning our lives with the natural rhythms and cycles of the universe. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and strive to live in accordance with nature. By cultivating a sense of harmony and balance with the world around us, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 12. Cultivating Inner Silence. Epictetus, the Stoic sage, imparts timeless wisdom on the importance of cultivating inner silence as a pathway to inner peace and self-discovery. In a world filled with noise and distraction, he teaches us the profound value of cultivating moments of quiet reflection and introspection. Central to Epictetus's teachings on inner silence is the recognition that true wisdom arises not from the constant chatter of the mind, but from the stillness that lies beneath the surface. He encourages us to cultivate a practice of mindfulness and inner quietude, allowing us to connect with our innermost selves and the deeper truths of existence. Epictetus reminds us that inner silence is not merely the absence of external noise, but a state of inner calm and tranquility that transcends the fluctuations of the mind. He encourages us to cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, even amidst the chaos and busyness of daily life. One of Epictetus's most profound teachings is encapsulated in his declaration, "Silence is the best reply to a fool." This admonition underscores the importance of cultivating a sense of inner calm and detachment, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Through the practice of cultivating inner silence, we learn to quiet the incessant chatter of the mind and connect with the deeper wisdom that resides within us. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of external distractions, but from the cultivation of inner stillness and presence. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and strive to cultivate moments of inner silence in our daily lives. By connecting with our innermost selves and the deeper truths of existence, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 13: The Discipline of Action. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, emphasizes the importance of disciplined action as a means of aligning our values with our behavior and achieving our highest aspirations. He teaches us that true fulfillment arises not from idle contemplation, but from the deliberate practice of virtue in our daily lives. Central to Epictetus's teachings on the discipline of action is the recognition that our actions are a reflection of our character and values. He encourages us to cultivate a mindset of integrity and authenticity, ensuring that our actions are in alignment with our deepest beliefs and principles. Epictetus reminds us that disciplined action requires self-awareness and self-mastery. He encourages us to cultivate habits of excellence and discipline, recognizing that small, consistent actions taken towards our goals can lead to profound transformation over time. One of Epictetus's most enduring lessons is encapsulated in his declaration, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This admonition underscores the importance of aligning our actions with our highest aspirations and values, rather than being swayed by the whims of external circumstances. Through the practice of disciplined action, we learn to cultivate a sense of purpose and direction in our lives. We recognize that true fulfillment arises not from the pursuit of fleeting pleasures, but from the consistent pursuit of excellence and virtue in all areas of our lives. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the discipline of action as a pathway to inner growth and fulfillment. By aligning our actions with our highest ideals and values, we unlock the door to a life of greater purpose, meaning, and authenticity. Chapter 14: The Impermanence of Fame and Fortune. Epictetus, steeped in the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, offers profound insights into the transient nature of fame and fortune. He teaches us to cultivate a mindset of detachment from external accolades and material possessions, recognizing that true happiness and fulfillment arise from within, rather than from the pursuit of external validation or wealth. Central to Epictetus's teachings on the impermanence of fame and fortune is the recognition that external possessions and achievements are fleeting and ephemeral. He encourages us to cultivate a sense of inner worth and contentment, recognizing that our value as individuals is not contingent upon external measures of success. Epictetus reminds us that the pursuit of fame and fortune often leads to suffering and discontentment. He encourages us to focus instead on cultivating inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, and integrity, recognizing that these qualities are the true markers of a meaningful and fulfilling life. One of Epictetus's most enduring teachings is encapsulated in his declaration, "What is the first business of one who practices philosophy? To get rid of self-conceit. For it is impossible for anyone to begin to learn that which he thinks he already knows." This admonition underscores the importance of humility and self-awareness in the pursuit of wisdom and self-improvement. Through the practice of cultivating inner worth and contentment, we learn to release our attachment to external measures of success and find fulfillment in the present moment. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of fame or fortune, but from the cultivation of inner peace and authenticity. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and embrace the impermanence of fame and fortune with humility and grace. By focusing on cultivating inner virtues and contentment, we unlock the door to a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Chapter 15: The Path to Eudaimonia. In his final discourse, Epictetus illuminates the path to eudaimonia, the ultimate goal of Stoic philosophy, an enduring state of flourishing and well-being that transcends external circumstances. He imparts timeless wisdom on the cultivation of virtue, resilience, and inner peace as the keys to living a life of true fulfillment and purpose. Central to Epictetus's teachings on the path to eudaimonia is the recognition that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of external pleasures or achievements, but from the cultivation of inner virtues and alignment with the highest ideals of human excellence. He encourages us to prioritize the development of our character and moral integrity above all else, recognizing that these qualities are the foundation of a meaningful and fulfilling life. Epictetus reminds us that the path to eudaimonia is not always easy or straightforward. It requires dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to confront life's challenges with courage and resilience. He encourages us to embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery, recognizing that it is through facing life's trials that we develop the strength and wisdom to flourish. One of Epictetus's most enduring teachings is encapsulated in his declaration: "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This admonition underscores the importance of cultivating a mindset of gratitude and contentment, recognizing the abundance of blessings that abound in our lives. Through the practice of living in alignment with virtue and inner peace, we embark on a journey towards eudaimonia, a life of profound meaning, fulfillment, and well-being. We recognize that true happiness arises not from the pursuit of external rewards, but from the cultivation of inner excellence and the pursuit of a life lived in accordance with our highest values and aspirations. In the journey ahead, let us heed the wisdom of Epictetus and strive to live a life of virtue, resilience, and inner peace. By embracing the path to eudaimonia, we unlock the door to a life of greater purpose, meaning, and fulfillment, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. As we conclude this episode, let us reflect on the profound teachings of Epictetus and the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Through the exploration of 15 secret rules for a better life, we have uncovered valuable insights into the nature of happiness, resilience, and inner peace. In the words of Epictetus, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. With this wisdom as our guide, let us cultivate a mindset of gratitude and contentment, recognizing the abundance of blessings that abound in our lives. As we continue on our journey, may we heed the teachings of Epictetus and strive to live a life of virtue, resilience, and inner peace. By embracing the path to eudaimonia, may we unlock the door to a life of greater purpose, meaning, and fulfillment, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. With this, we bid farewell to this episode, knowing that the journey towards a better life is ongoing, and that the wisdom of Stoicism will continue to guide us along the way. Until we meet again, may we walk the path with courage, wisdom, and grace.